Hello, my name is Oyinlola Bukky Akande, and I'm excited to be here and listen to the wonderful, incredible lady that's going to be with me that is already on stage. Is one amazing woman. She's not only just one of the contributing authors of this new book, Lenses of Life and Beyond Ordinary, but also one of our project managers. So, help me to welcome to this incredible interview, Eliyo. Good to have you.
Thank you for welcoming me. And also thank you for creating the opportunity for me to be able to be a contributory author to Lenses of Life. I've always wanted to write a book. And I remember when I was quite young, my mom had said to me that you're going to write my life story. Unfortunately, she passed away before I could get to do that. But I do consider what I've written in the book one of the contributions in terms of writing or starting that journey of being an author. So I'm quite happy. Thank you.
Wow. I'm excited you said that because it also means that it's a beginning of great things.
Yes.
And you can still write a lot about her because I would like to meet the mother of this incredible, beautiful lady. I'd like to know more about her. So yes, we started this book, Lenses of Life, Beyond Ordinary. One of the reasons being that we're very passionate about impacting lives, collaboration, encouraging people, giving hope. Could you please kindly tell us what was your topic about, and is there any way we can get to know what it should be expected?
Yeah. Well, my topic is about the subject of adultification. Adultification means, or is a situation where, just to put it simply, where you treat a child as an adult. And this is done at home and is also done within the education system. And I chose to write about that because, especially from our culture, West Africa, Nigeria to be specific, we raise our children as adults long before they're adults.
Imagine. And expectation.
Definitely. And as a child that was adultified myself, it was something that I wanted to share an understanding, give people an understanding about the impact it has on a child, especially when they're in school and on their education. So my lived experience is that, as I said, I'm Nigerian from origin because my parents are West African. Okay. They're Nigerian. They came into the UK in the 60s. As they were settling down, I came along, but I was a third.
Okay.
Not the first.
Okay.
But
the first girl?
I'm the first girl.
Okay.
Yes.
I love that.
And what had happened is that my older siblings were back in Nigeria while myself and my younger sister were here in the UK. Unfortunately, the environment that I was in was that of domestic violence.
Right.
So I was my mum's support while my father was around. And of course, you can imagine as a child, you're seeing the things that your mum is going through and you're trying to help her, or you feel you're trying to help her in your childlike body and mind to overcome those circumstances. Yeah. Because at that time, we didn't have any direct family that were here in the UK. It was just my mum and my father. And everybody else that I called auntie were just friends of my family. And then, nobody spoke.
Wow.
Nobody spoke to each other. Everybody was just getting on. You were already and always associated with those people from your community.
Yeah. And
in order to get by. Mm-hmm. But nobody really spoke the hidden things behind those doors. So for me, growing up, seeing that, it was quite difficult. So it's almost like I've become an adult before time. There were responsibilities that my mom now needed me to undertake because she couldn't do that when she wasn't present. And so as a result of that, it meant that the way I articulated myself, the way I carried myself, just to show my mom that I am a big girl, you understand what I'm saying, was exactly that. And of course, when you present like that at home, you present like that wherever you are. And of course, then that in itself impacts the way you're spoken to from people who do not understand who you are. But aside from that, culturally, we do age our children before their time. We give them responsibilities ahead of their time. We have expectations on them because that was the way we were raised. And so I wanted to shed light on that to help our generation understand that generation X, Y, and Z, they're not like that. That level of responsibility and that expectation, they don't carry that. They're not interested in that.
I noticed that. Yeah, you're right. I'm beginning to find out that you're very correct. Instead of they feel like it's a burden that you're just like, and they see it as an abuse as well. It's like, no, that's not my job, Mom. That's not my job, Dad.
And indeed, the system helps them recognize it's an abuse. Because at the end of the day, an adult needs to be a responsible adult and a child needs to be a responsible child. And depending on their level of cognition, their age, you will give them appropriate responsibilities. Even though they roll their eyes as they're telling them to do chores and things like that. They think they're carrying the weight of the world, but
Oh, I'm beginning to look forward to your write-up because these are information out there that some of them are out there, but they're not what I'll say out there. They are kind of hidden and a lot of people do not talk about it.
No, they don't. Adultification in and of itself is just spoken about in specific spaces, or maybe social work spaces, education, definitely. But in terms of our culture, it's not spoken about. It's not seen as a negative. It's seen as a positive. If you're beyond your years, it's seen as a positive. But what parents don't understand, that it actually impacts the mental health of a child.
Ooh.
When a child is going to school as an adult, they're not thinking of education. They're thinking of adult things. And which is what I did as a child. You know, I was thinking of the things that I would have to come back and help my mom do, as opposed to
concentrating and reading and all
that. Yes. So these things are things that need to be out in the open to help educate us, especially in our culture, to appreciate and have that understanding that it has an impact. It affects the way our children even absorb information within the school setting. As I said, I was a young child with an old woman's head on. So I could process things very quickly, even more things than my teachers even recognized that I could process. Sometimes I'd be having conversations, they think,
how did you know that?
Yeah.
But can I ask you, why did you choose to write on this? Why this area amongst many other things you could have written on?
Okay. So just some backstory. I run an organization called Wisdom Tree Communities, and I am a parent and education strategist in that sphere. And so I observe these situations
again
a lot through my clients. And sometimes these adultification even causes a lot of tension within the home, because the children do not know how to explain to the parent that, look, you know, I can't cope with this. You have this expectation. And again, sometimes this is a cultural thing. You have this expectation that your child will be able to do certain things. You have that saying that, oh, when I was your age, I was carrying.
I had to look after 4 people.
And these things are still present even in 2025. And so I talk about many things and many areas, but when you had invited me to write, that was what
came strongly
in my spirit.
I am excited you did this because I noticed, like I said earlier, not many people are familiar with it. They keep thinking, what's wrong with this child? Why is this child behaving like this? But they've forgotten that they're putting a responsibility that is too heavy on the child. And yet you expect the child to be a child.
Exactly.
So it's like double standard.
It is double standards, because especially now, you've made this child to be very aware of what's going on within your home, for example. And then there are times that as parents, you're having conversation and this child is now giving you an adult response.
Yeah.
Who are you talking to?
I'm older than you. I'm your mother.
I'm your mother, I'm your father. But you've forgotten that you've already raised them as these adults. So taking that step back and recognizing and sometimes
it can be confusing, isn't it, for the
of our
child?
own confusion, it's important,
Listening to you, I am convinced that this, especially the chapter you've written, is not just going to be just for the parents. It's also going to be for the children to understand the perspective of the parents, why they're doing what they're doing, and what made them to do what they are currently still doing, because they don't know better.
Yeah, I mean, adultification, especially from a cultural perspective, is, as I said, sometimes about the way we have been raised, and that's how we're raising children. But a lot of the time in that race, it's circumstances. Because if we, for example, you have a whole unit being mother and father, then everybody should be playing their role, and the child doesn't need to be adultified or expected to do the adult things because somebody's not pulling their weight in the home. Again, when children grow up in single parent homes, this is very prevalent. It can be very prevalent. So yes, it's an eye opener. It's a conversation starter, and a doorway for awareness. Yeah.
Very true, because I can see that right now. Even as you're talking, I'm beginning to understand some perspective better. If you were to tell somebody out there to get a copy or copies of this book, Lenses of Life and Beyond Ordinary, what exactly would you say to them, and why would you want them to get it?
Oh, of course.
Don't forget, you're going to be speaking on two areas, as a project manager and as well as an author.
Well, of course you would get it, because I've written in it.
Good one. I love that.
For me, learning is a continued journey, and Lenses of Life and Beyond Ordinary, the authors in these books, inclusive of myself, are talking about aspects that you wouldn't necessarily, you might think of on an everyday level, but to actually sit down and see and read people's experiences, people's thoughts and understandings in specific areas is important. As I said, learning never stops till we pass away.
That's true.
And so I believe these books will be eye-openers for everybody and anybody that gets a copy of that book today.
Fantastic. I'm just excited. I'm excited. I can't wait. It's like I'm counting down. Like, when is it coming out? So yes, I want to say a very big thank you to you for all the hard work, especially behind the scene, to carry everybody along. One of the reasons why I love what you do is the fact that you are not just, you do have project managers who come and they just want to get the things done and get results. But because you are part of the authors, so you are now able to see things from their perspective.
Yes.
Get them to receive what they would have loved to, or what they need, even sometimes not talking or asking.
Yeah.
And I think you have been doing some amazing work.
Thank
so
you.
I want to say thank you to you. You're well done.
And thank you for giving me the opportunity to be project manager of this project, because it's just so beautiful to be able to gather people who have the gift of writing and want to share what's in their heart for others to learn. And so being able to say that I've brought these beautiful people together with you, it's been a very interesting journey. Oh. Thank you.
Oh, that's so sweet. And I love your smile. Did I tell you that?
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. I want to say thank you, Eliyo.
Thank you.
Great having you here.
Thank you.
And I look forward to reading your stories.
Thank you.